Hello students, greetings of the day. In last video, you have learned about subatomic particles, atomic number and mass number. Today we will discuss about isotopes, isobars and valence of an element. First we will see isotopes. What are called isotopes? Isotopes are atoms of the same element having same atomic number but different mass number. Isotopes are atoms of the same element having same atomic number but different mass number. This is due to the difference in the number of neutrons in the nucleus. This is due to the difference in the number of neutrons in the nucleus. Atoms of the same element can have different number of neutrons. Atoms of the same element can have different number of neutrons. Such atoms will have same atomic number but different mass numbers. Such atoms will have same atomic number but different mass numbers. These atoms are called isotopes. For example, hydrogen has 3 isotopes. How many isotopes? 3 isotopes. First one is hydrogen, second one deuterium, third one tritium. See here, hydrogen has only one proton and one electron. Hydrogen has no neutron. Okay, next one, deuterium. Deuterium has one proton and one neutron in nucleus. It has only one electron. Next one, tritium. Tritium has one proton and 2 neutrons in nucleus, but only one electron. Okay, see here. This is the formula for hydrogen isotope. This is atomic number. This is mass number. Deuterium. This is atomic number. 1 is its atomic number. 2 is its mass number. Next one, deuterium. 1 is its atomic number. 3 is its mass number. What do you observe in the above atoms? What is same and what is different in them? All of them have the same number of protons and electrons but different number of neutrons. What will they have in common? All the 3 figures have same atomic number but different mass numbers. All the 3 structures have same atomic number but different mass number. They have the same number of electrons also. Such atoms of the same element are called isotopes. Such atoms of the same element are called isotopes. Next, another one example, carbon isotopes. See here. First one, carbon 12 isotope. Second one, carbon 13 isotope. Third one, carbon 14 isotopes. Here, same element and same atomic number but different mass number. Okay, did you understand? Okay, next one, isobars. Atoms of different elements with different atomic numbers which have the same mass number are known as isobars. Atoms of different elements with different atomic numbers which have the same mass number are known as isobars. For example, calcium and argon. For example, calcium and argon. What is the difference between these 2 atoms? The above 2 elements, calcium and argon, have atomic number 20 and atomic number 18 respectively. This means they have different number of protons and electrons, but the isobars. Did you understand? Okay, next one, balancing. Imagine there are various people having different pattern of hands. Imagine there are various people having different pattern of hands. Some have no hands and some have one, some have two and others three. Few have four and no one has more than four and no one has more than four. The person with four hands can hold hands of four others at the same time. The person with four hands can hold hands of four others at the same time. While the one with no hands can never hold any hand. While the one with no hand can have hold any hand. Can never hold any hand. Okay, in this manner, some atoms can hold one electron, some can hold two, some can hold three, some can hold four, and some cannot hold any electron. Okay, this property is called valency. Some atoms can hold one electron, some can hold two, some can hold three, some can hold four, and some cannot hold any electron. This property is called valency. This combining property of an atom is called as valency. Valency is defined as the combining capacity of an element. Valency is defined as the combining capacity of an element. Okay, did you understand? Atoms of different elements combine with each other to form molecules. Atoms of different elements combine with each other to form molecules. Valency determines the number of atoms of an element that combines with atom or atoms of another type. Valency determines the number of atoms of an element that combines with atom or atoms of another type. For example, water molecule. What is the chemical formula for water? H2O. Here one atom of oxygen combines with two atoms of hydrogen. Here one atom of oxygen combines with two atoms of hydrogen to form water molecule. One atom of oxygen combines with two atoms of hydrogen to form water molecule. Here valence of oxygen is 2. Valence of oxygen is equal to 2. Okay, next one example. In case of chlorine, it can combine with only one hydrogen to form hydrochloric acid. Here the valence of chlorine is 1. One atom of hydrogen combines with one atom of chlorine to form hydrochloric acid. Here valence of chlorine is 1. One atom of hydrogen combines with only one atom of chlorine to form hydrochloric acid. Here valence of chlorine is 1. Okay, next one example. One carbon atom Here valency of nitrogen is 3. Here valency of nitrogen is 3. Next, the element having valency 1 is called monovalent. The element having valency 1 is called monovalent. For example, hydrogen and sodium. For example, hydrogen and sodium. Next, the elements having valency 2 are called divalent. Di means 2. The elements having valency 2 are called divalent. For example, oxygen and beryllium. Oxygen and beryllium. Next, the elements having valency 3 are called trivalent. Tri means 3. The elements having valency 3 are called trivalent. For example, nitrogen and aluminum. For example, nitrogen and aluminum. Next, the elements having valency 4 are called tetravalent. The elements having valency 4 are called tetravalent. For example, carbon. Okay, did you understand? Next, do you know what makes atoms stick together? Electrons carry a negative electric charge and protons carry a positive charge. Electrons carry a negative electric charge and proton carry a positive charge. The attraction between them holds electrons in orbits. The attraction between them holds electrons in orbits. Okay, next, see here, elements and its symbols with their atomic number, mass number and valency are given. First element, hydrogen. The symbol of hydrogen is H. Its atomic number is 1. Its atomic number is 1. Mass number is 1. Therefore, the valency is 1. Next one element, carbon. The symbol of carbon is C. Its atomic number is 6. Its mass number is 12. Therefore, its valency is 4. Next one element, oxygen. The symbol of oxygen is O. Already you know that. Its atomic number is 8. Its mass number is 16. Therefore, its valency is 2. Next one element, sodium. The symbol of sodium is Na. Its atomic number is 11. Its mass number is 23. Therefore, its valency is 1. Next one element, calcium. The symbol of calcium is Ca. Its atomic number is 20. Its mass number is 40. Therefore, its valency is 2.
Today let's learn about valency, and under valency we are going to learn 3 definitions of valency. There are 3 elements which are taken as the standard elements, and with respect to those standard elements we are going to see the valency. So those elements are hydrogen, chlorine and oxygen. Apart from these, we are going to also learn what is variable valency and which elements show variable valency. So let's start the lesson. We'll start the definition of valency with hydrogen. So as we know, there are 3 definitions, so we'll start with hydrogen definition. Valency or combining capacity of an element is expressed in terms of the number of hydrogen atoms which combines with or displaces one atom of the said element. So we are going to take one element and we are going to see that particular element can combine with how many number of hydrogen atoms or it can displaces how many number of hydrogen atoms. So let's take an example to understand the definition, which sounds a little confusing, but actually it's very simple. So let's take an example. For example, if I have water, H2O, here oxygen combines with, one atom of oxygen combines with two atoms of hydrogen. So we can say the valency of oxygen is 2. Valency of oxygen is equal to 2 because one atom of oxygen is combining with two atoms of hydrogen. Similarly, let's take another example, NH3. Now here one atom of nitrogen combines with three atoms of hydrogen, right? So that is why the valency of nitrogen is equal to 3. Like this, we can take a lot of other examples. Now let's go to the next definition. There are some elements which do not combine with hydrogen. So how do we calculate the valency of those elements? Those elements can combine with chlorine. So the definition with respect to chlorine is almost the same as the hydrogen definition, just that here in place of hydrogen we are using chlorine. So the valency or combining capacity of an element is expressed in terms of the number of chlorine atoms. So remember here, number of chlorine atoms which combines with or displaces one atom of the said element. So let's take an example to understand. It's very simple. Suppose I have ZnCl2. So I have to find out that one atom of zinc combines with how many atoms of chlorine. So here I have one atom of zinc which is combining with two atoms of chlorine. So valency of zinc is 2. Similarly, if I take AlCl3, then I can see that one atom of aluminium is combining with three atoms of chlorine. So valency of aluminium is 3. So like this, we are going to find out the valencies of different elements which combine with chlorine. Same way, there is another definition with respect to oxygen. This is a little different from other two definitions. So let's see what is the definition. Valency or combining capacity of an element is double the number of oxygen atoms. So remember here, double the number of oxygen atoms which combines with one atom of the said element. So just that we have to double the number of oxygen atoms which combines with one atom of the element. We can take some examples to understand this better. Let's say MgO. So here one atom of Mg combines with one atom of oxygen. So what we are going to do to find the valency? We will just multiply by 2. So the valency becomes 2. Al2O3. Let's take another example. Al2O3. Now let's find out one atom of aluminium combines with how many atoms of oxygen. Now here from this ratio we can see that 2 atoms of aluminium combines with 3 atoms of oxygen. So 1 atom of aluminium will combine with 3 multiplied by 1 divided by 2. So how much is it? It's 1.5, right? So now to find the valency of aluminium, I have to multiply 1.5 multiplied by 2 because it's double the number of oxygen atoms. So here we have found out that one atom of aluminium combines with 1.5 atoms of oxygen. So the valency is double the number of oxygen atoms. So 2 multiplied by 1.5 which is equal to 3. So aluminium valency is 3. This is what we got from the chlorine definition also. Aluminium valency was 3. Now here also we got the valency as 3. So all these definitions altogether give the same meaning and same valency of the elements. So there are some elements which have only single valency. There are some elements which have variable valency. So we are going to learn about those variable valencies also. Now suppose any element has valency 1, that is called a monovalent element. Some elements have valency 2 like zinc, that is a divalent. Some are having valency 3 like aluminium, so they are trivalent, and so on. If you have valency 4 like carbon, that is called tetravalent, and so on.
Today we have learned about isotopes, isobars and valency. This chapter is completed. In this chapter you have learned about Dalton's theory, J.J. Thomson's theory, Rutherford's theory, subatomic particles, atomic number and mass number, isotopes, isobars and valency. Today's homework: define the following: isotopes, isobars, valency. Okay students, next chapter